Hello and welcome to the United Stand. It is your Manchester United transfer daily. It's Friday and we're here to talk about all the latest Manchester United transfer news and give it that real fan opinion. And as predicted by many of you and me on last night's show, Alexis Sanchez snubs Manchester United if Manchester United were ever in for him anyway. David Ornstein, who's a bit like Simon Stone from the BBC for United. David Ornstein is the closest sort of correspondent for the BBC to Arsenal, quite reliable like Simon Stone is for United news. He says that Arsenal do expect Alexis Sanchez to leave Arsenal this month, but there is only really Manchester City in it, and it's to do with a fee at the moment. City want to pay £20 million. Arsenal want £35 million and they want a replacement in place, which they want number one choice to be Malcolm. So in some ways it's not one knife in the back, it's two for United, because we're not going to get Alexis Sanchez and Arsenal are going to get Malcolm, who we would probably all prefer over Lucas Moura, who I'll talk about in a minute. But it's not over until it's over when Lucas Moura signs for Manchester United. I'm not going to say that, that's not what I meant. But it's not over till Alexis Sanchez is wearing the sky blue of Manchester City. But we all fully expect it. The reality is that it seems to be common opinion that personal terms and everything have been agreed with Man City for a long time, that he wants to go there, that he wants to play again with Pep, and that the issue is really down to what fee Manchester City and Arsenal can agree. As he snubbed Manchester United, did Manchester United make a late bid? I don't know, it's not, this isn't Supermarket Sweep or something like that. It's not like, let's have a go or Monopoly. You'd hope there's more to Manchester United's transfer planning than that. And I say hope because it's obvious to me, it's obvious to you that, well, from what's out there, that Sanchez wants to go to Manchester City. So if Manchester United don't realise that and they just come in at the last minute and try and usurp or hijack the deal, then it would show great naivety on Manchester United's part. However, we can still cling to the hope that maybe United know more than we do. That maybe, Mourinho has done this in the past. He did it with Willian at Chelsea. He stole him from Spurs. He did it with Salah, I think, the first time, taking him to Chelsea instead of Liverpool. So Mourinho's got a track record of doing that, and I'm sure he'd love to get one over Pep. The reality is, if Alexis Sanchez wants to go to City, he's going to go to City, isn't he? If he wants to come to Manchester United, then maybe there might have been something in it. But reality bites. The reality is that Manchester United are not really being mentioned in relation to Alexis Sanchez by any of the credible people, and a lot of it is incredible. Uncredible, I would say. Hang in there, give it some hope. But Alexis Sanchez snubs Manchester United was always the fear of us all. And to be honest with you, the cynic in me, if he does sign for City, I would suggest, look, Manchester United don't come out and routinely scupper or deny transfers. And we get linked to lots of players, and United very rarely comment. So the Alexis Sanchez thing could well be a total load of nonsense. And I'll put it to anybody that, if he does sign for City, who's to say it's not the cynical anti-United press who are trying to build this City a bigger than United future? And what better way to do that than to try and create the Tevez welcome to Manchester thing? I don't know. We'll see. In relation to Lucas Moura, PSG did tweet out last night something along I can't remember what he said. I don't remember what he said. I could find out for you. In fact, let's do it. I've got the bloody thing in front of me. Let's not be lazy. Effectively, it's to do with Adidas. People are putting two and two together. I thought he was in an airport. He could well be in a gym. But he does say, here to create. Loading, hashtag here to create at Adidas Football. He does tweet about Adidas quite a lot, to be fair, and that doesn't necessarily mean he's coming to Manchester United. But I do know that it would upset some people, so let's see what happens in relation to Lucas Moura. All I would say about Lucas Moura is this, that if he does sign for Manchester United, it's going to be a big risk, but we would have to back him. We would have to back him, because I back Mourinho, as many of you do, and we'd have to back him and give him a chance. That's the rules, and hopefully it would work out for us. We'll see. We're also linked in relation to, I don't remember who put the article up, but they linked us to three strikers in relation to Romelu Lukaku, cover for Romelu Lukaku. Alexis Sanchez, who we've spoken about, Jamie Vardy and Javier Hernandez. Now, in relation to Jamie Vardy, where's that come from? Where has that come from? One thing you might not realise about Jamie Vardy is that he is 30. He was 30 yesterday. He's 5'11", but he's still 30. And I think his contract extension that he signed at Leicester to stop him going to Arsenal, funnily enough, was pretty recent. So he'd probably cost quite a bit of money. And you know, Vardy has his uses, but I don't see him as a use for Manchester United. And I certainly don't, you know, if you're talking about first touches and Lukaku having a bad one, I don't think Vardy's first touch is much better. I don't see anything in that, and I certainly don't think Jamie Vardy is a player I would want at Manchester United. But I throw it out to you lot because, you know, I'm not saying he's a bad player. I just don't think he's the sort of player I want at Manchester United. Javier Hernandez, I'm going to totally contradict myself because some might say that Javier Hernandez is the Mexican Jamie Vardy. I think that would be very, very unfair on Hernandez, who has scored goals everywhere he's been. Prolific, I would say. The West Ham move has been a disaster. Played as a winger, not what he wanted, and I don't think, and apparently he may be surplus to requirements at West Ham. If we're looking for backup for Lukaku, or we're looking for a sub option off the bench, then Hernandez for £10 million would be perfect for me. I know that's a bit of a dividing opinion, but you know, potentially he would be a replacement for Zlatan. I think Hernandez is late 20s now. In fact, let's get the facts. Let's get the facts on this, Javier Hernandez. But yeah, I mean, you know, we've got Zlatan, and he's 36 at the moment. Javier Hernandez is 29. He's not 30 till the summer, so he would be a decent option to come into the club and provide us with a bit of depth. That's my thoughts at the end of the day. I don't know what you lot think, but you know, I think it would be a deal that I would not be opposed to doing at a time where I think we do need a little bit more strikers. You know, Dimitri Mitchell's gone to Hearts. Talented young left back, by the way. I do like him. I'm surprised he never got a look in, really. He did well on the US tour. Not had a look in all season. I do like the look of him. Yeah, the Sun's saying that we are looking at getting Lucas Moura, and Timothy Fosu-Mensah has told us that he's not me on the United stand. He's told us that he's looking forward to coming back to Manchester United, which is totally opposite to what we spoke about Andres Pereira yesterday, isn't it? And how he probably isn't that much looking forward to coming to Manchester United for some odd reason that none of us seem to know why. Yeah, so interesting with the Alexis Sanchez thing. Is it not interesting in the fact that many of us predicted it, that we were going to have to. The worst thing about this Alexis Sanchez news is that we are going to have to endure that he snubbed us. You know, City fans are going to be feeling quite smug anyway. But if he does sign for them, we're going to have to put up with that. I would love. What I would say is keep your eye on Mourinho. Not that you don't, but just keep your eye on Mourinho's next press conference, whenever it is, for the Stoke game, which I think they're flying back from Dubai either last night or today, and there should be a press conference for Mourinho maybe today or tomorrow, probably today, for the Stoke game, and I'd be interested to see what he's got to say, because I'm sure he'll be asked about Sanchez. If he kills it dead, which he may well do, then we know. If he's non-committal, then who knows? I think Mourinho will say something, and that will. We've had lies from the media before that Mourinho quite recently shut down, so let's see what happens with that again. Exciting times. If you take it on face value from the BBC correspondent, then it looks like Sanchez is going to City and Arsenal want Malcolm as a replacement. That would be hard, wouldn't it? Because I think, as we've been saying for a long time, most of us would prefer Malcolm over Moura for many reasons. Potential, better player, playing regularly. But, you know, if we sign Moura, yeah, I've got concerns. I'm sure some of you have, but we have to back him, don't we? If he's a loan deal, I think lovely jubbly. Let's see how he does. Because a loan deal, if he's like what I think, he's not going to be that good, we send him back. If he's brilliant, like some people think, then maybe we take him on a long-term deal. So I think a loan deal is exactly what we need. He's not going to play for PSG. He's not been playing for PSG much anyway. A loan deal would be the one, but... Alright, Goldbridge, pipe down a minute, because we've got a great offer for you again this week through Fan League. You can play free through the link in the video description. All you've got to do, if you look at the screen, to play Fan League is download it for free. You get 2 free plays, you click play. on the screen and it will select for you 13 fixtures covering the Premier League and the Championship. You pick your result: home win, draw, or away win. Obviously, it's going to be a home win for Chelsea against Leicester, or is it? All 13 fixtures. Pick your result: home win, away win, or draw. For 13 fixtures, you don't have to do the exact score, and then the winner can get up to £11,315. In effect, if you get all 13 right, you're probably going to win the vast amount of that money. If you get 12, it's about 150 quid. If you get 11, it's about 50, and if you get 10, it's around 20 quid. But you get 2 free plays through the United Stand, through the link in the video description. And the great thing as well is when you've signed up, if you click your community tab, you check my leagues, you go to invitations, you will have an invitation to the United Stand League where you can play against lots of other players, as you can see on this league here. And the great thing about it is it's nothing to do with when you sign up, because it's your average score that puts you top of the league. So it's your average score. So you could have signed up 3 weeks ago or today, but if you got 10 out of 13, there's a good chance you would be top of the league. If you've got 10 out of 10 twice over 2 weeks, you'll still have 10. But it's an average score. So if you've got 9, 8 and 7, your average would be obviously 8 if you're any good at maths like me. Anyway, link in the video description. Free to play. Link in the video description. Have a bit of fun and you could win yourself a bit of money. Get playing. Link in the video description. Back to that gold bridge. Thanks for watching, listening and all that jazz. Let's see what happens. January is a good time for loan deals, I think. Anyway, thanks for watching. Get commenting below. Lots want to see from you commenting about Alexis Sanchez, obviously. Vardy, would you take him? Hernandez, would you take him back? Malcolm, would you be disappointed if we miss out on him? Mora, do you want more of Mora? Thanks for watching. Remember, if anything happens today, we'll go live. Have a good day. It's nearly the weekend, and I'll speak to you all soon. Don't forget to drop a like on Transfer Daily. See you soon.